Welcome back to the Aces ROG Dream League, brought to you by Aces ROG, HyperX, Monster Energy, and guess what? We're live from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios.
Whoa!
Awesome.
Power move right there.
Yeah, so we have already had one series, and if you're just tuning in, you missed it. It was
Get wrecked.
It was Navi. Navi was able to 2-0 Vega Squadron, and they looked pretty good. So excited to see more of Navi later on in the tournament. For now, we are gonna watch more of Vega Squadron and see if they can make a bit of a comeback after the first two losses today. They're gonna go up against OG. Not an easy opponent for sure, as OG has already played some games. They're 3-1 so far in the league. They have a shared first place, but these could be the wins that they need to get ahead and get number one. With me, Will and Jake.
They could be numero uno, Willy, just like
Numero
you.
uno.
Sup, hermano?
Hey, hermano.
Sup, hermano?
Sup?
All right, so we have games coming up very soon, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that, because so far we've seen these two teams already. Vega Squadron, it didn't look too hot today. I can't help but think that OG should be able to take this 2-0 fairly easy.
Whoa, dude. First off, as much as I want to talk about the teams, the hottest person in the studio is Ake in that 6-6 shirt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know where you can get one of those?
Where?
I don't know. I'm asking. It's a question.
You sure can right on the Dream website.
The Dream website.
The website your dreams. Follow your dreams and find the shirt. It's on
Follow
the store.
your dreams and find the shirt.
Yeah, but anyway, apparently you're supposed to wear undershirts on these.
Yeah.
Wasn't aware.
You weren't aware. You know, I actually thought he was messing with me, so we had him unzip. Me and Shiver
Yep.
thought that he was pulling a Jake, so he unzips and there's absolutely nothing there.
Nah, man. There's nothing under anything.
That's gross.
I'm a free bird, baby.
Too much information. There's children watching.
Hello, children. Anyway, yeah. OG could be the big hermanos in this one. They could be the big winners.
That's what you think hermanos means?
Oh, shit. All right.
Oh, we got a call.
Okay, no, that's not a call.
What does
Is it a
hermanos
boast
mean?
again?
Is it
Has he come to give OG advice?
How dare you?
Does OG need advice?
No.
Because OG is the one that, like, they...
Yeah, but remember Slax's idea to have the enemy coach call in that he's
That's
immediately
right.
he's already.
Yeah.
You kids are never gonna win. You're stupid.
I was actually smiling so hard during that call. Any Dota that features Havos back in it is just, the world is richer. It just is. It's the best.
We gotta move on, dude. Navi's done.
What?
They just they qualified for like everything. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying we
They're
got
more relevant than
OG
you
versus
are.
VP now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You know,
VP.
Vega.
whatever.
Well, to help you realize which teams are playing, the draft has actually begun. So we are ready for the war room. And
What's going on,
that was a
Fox?
deep
Are you
sigh,
okay?
Fog. Are you good?
Oh, yeah, it's makeup in my eye, I think.
Oh, no.
It's
Common problem.
China is buying.
It's a girl thing, yeah. Earthshaker Bane. It's Bane.
It's Bane?
Bane ban. Bane's banned every game.
Bane man?
Why is Bane so good?
Bane's
He
getting picked.
was the untouched hero of TI, and now he's just like tier 1.
Cinderin's onto something,
Gonna
guys.
have your mana.
Cinderin is onto something.
Cinderin's always onto something. You remember during MTW days where he did
Chinayo.
Lone Druid Tinker?
I do remember that.
They won a DreamHack with that.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was years.
Cinderin's on something.
Cinderin's on
Typically.
something.
All right, we've got the OG Lich. So the Earth Spirit was left and they did not take it, but look at what Vega learned from yesterday. Ban Jarax Chen.
Absolutely. Yeah, but how many games did you play that yesterday?
Three? At least
yeah,
three,
I think it was
right?
3. You got that in. And
But you gotta give something up.
Yes, you do. Nature's Prophet picked up by Vega after Left's Hero.
okay.
William, you were very, very judgmental about that MP. You think they're going to play it better this time?
I don't know if it was the NP's fault. I think it was just the way that they played around it. The thing that you typically need with NP is you need some form of team fight as well, and I like that they picked the Sand King rather than the Slardar.
Agreed.
So there was this meta that developed around the time ESL Genting was happening, where it was Sand King versus Slardar, if you remember. It was like, those were the two predominant 4-position heroes, but we learned about Slardar because Slardar was the king for a really long time, if you recall, like for a full year. But the problem with that hero is he's not a super reliable stun like Sand King is.
Yeah. What the hell, Underlord?
Wait, no, the plant.
Oh,
I saved it.
Nice shot, Funk.
What did you do?
I don't know. Do we have Underlord?
I don't think we have. We must have Underlord. We definitely have Underlord.
Under what? It's not under
Maybe it's under you. Did somebody put Underlord under? Someone put it under you.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh,
I mean, it's Underlord.
it's Underlord.
It's Underlord.
Yeah, it has you. I'm so
But
confused.
Abyssal.
I'm pretty
Abyssal.
So that's S4's hero.
What?
Is it Abyssal Underlord?
Abyss?
No,
No,
it's
his name is
just
Underlord.
Dude, it
Well,
just...
what's the Abyssal from?
There's nothing. It just says Underlord on the thing.
Why no, yeah.
Doesn't you just say Abyssal Underlord?
He says Abyssal. He says Abyssal Underlord, doesn't he?
I
You know
mean,
the lore.
Abyssal's like a
10
title, you know?
seconds
That's like saying
remaining.
Esquire. I mean, it's just like...
What?
Who's
down in the
who is
ne-
Esquire?
Our spirit band.
What?
What?
OD band.
An Esquire's a lawyer, but...
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but who's an
the
Esquire in
Abyssal
Dota?
part,
A bit, it's like a title in the Nether Reaches, you know?
Is
Oh,
it
that
actually?
over there, that guy's an Abyssal Underlord.
Or we just say like Mr. Underlord,
Yeah.
Abyssal Underlord.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I
Mr.
believe you at all.
Look it up
5
in the lore.
seconds remaining.
Do you guys know that
Jake
if I
could make up
became an
absolutely anything.
Esquire, my name would be my initials? Jacob Alexander Canner Esquire? Pretty neat, huh? Think about it.
Jas.
No, it's an E. What?
Jake.
It's an E, you idiot!
What did you say?
Yes!
Jacob Alexander Slack.
Slacks?
My
You think
name
Slacks-
isn't Slacks, you dumbass!
You think his last name is Slacks?
I hate it here.
It all
This is
makes
the real
sense.
Some
reveal.
NA surname, you know.
I want to go home.
Mr. Slack.
No, okay, we really need to talk about Underlord, though. There's like one Chinese team that I've seen play that in the last year, and now he's picked up.
OG's been picking it.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
What was
Thanks.
the Chinese team?
I mean, they've been picking it though.
That was back in the day. I think that was VGJ.
it
I
was
think that,
Newbie.
whatever.
RTK was playing it.
ROTK.
Yeah.
Newbie beat us 3 games at Galaxy Battles with that hero.
It's not always about you, bro. This was Star Ladder.
Well,
China.
10
At some
seconds
point,
remaining.
RTK picked it all the time, and they were winning with it. And then it got nerfed, and they kept picking it, and they kept losing with it.
Yeah, it's hard to give up the ones you love.
Radiant team pick.
You gotta
And
move on, though.
Bloodseeker ban.
So what makes Underlord good in this match particularly? I mean, he does have the ability to kind of wave clear really well.
Yes.
He can stop a lot of people. Sand King's a pretty mobile hero, so the pit is pretty good there too.
He can lane pretty well against the Nature's Prophet, can't he? In a 1v1.
He's got that fat
10
bad.
hide, you know.
remaining.
You know, whenever you think about this hero, conceptually, Underlord
5
seems like he
seconds
should be
remaining.
broken, a la Nature's Prophet, because he's got a TP that
OG's turn to
literally
pick.
moves your entire team across wherever you want it to go. He wave clears well, he defends well. His downside is that his team fight's pretty awful, and that he's very unreliable.
He stalls the game. It's really
He stalls the game.
So ridiculous.
I mean, Lich plus
10
Underlord really stalls the
seconds
game.
remaining.
Yeah.
Just pick some here like Sniper or something. I'm so down to see
That's
that.
and I'm certain that's what they're gonna do. That's like you see like CK banned out. They don't want to. I mean, OG loves the CK, but chatting with S4 a little bit about it, that's like what they like to do. It's like, okay, lanes don't go the greatest. Maybe he does okay in majority of the matchups because he can just spam. But that late game, good luck breaking that high ground. Armor tower, Firestorm % damage base just gets better and better as the late game progresses.
Can't they still just pick a Necro? Oh, no,
Yeah, I don't like Sniper here. They got a lot of ways to pierce the back and
Always say, yeah.
bring it straight onto the Sniper. He wants teams that want to have a front fight, and then he picks at him, right?
But they have protection for him already, right?
They have
Underlord
protection.
just stands there and he's like,
And
okay.
he's gonna get piked.
Yeah.
And Pike destroys those heroes so far.
The Pike. Ancient Apparition picked up.
Mhm.
Good one. And
Good
many
team
people
fight.
learned about that speed boost now.
Definitely making up for the, yeah, the speed boost on the Ice Vortex. But this is making up for last time. Like Will was saying, they had no team fight. They had this Nature's Prophet that could never come into it. This is already lots of team fight coming out for them.
Yep.
And now it kind of, I mean, I don't think we'll see like a mech on Underlord, but
I would like to see
counteract that.
a bit more team fight on OG side.
Rubik.
It's down here, right?
Rubik is probably the best fight position against Sand King in general, because you should almost always steal his stun, and you can just lift him.
Yeah. But what if you get the sand?
Why?
They can be invisible.
You can't. It's very rare that you get the
Look,
sand.
that's like the hardest spell to steal.
You're usually
Yeah.
not the one getting stunned as a Rubik. Like,
And
you're usually
also,
standing on the side.
If you're a professional gamer, you see the stun going in, and you should already be casting it at that point. You don't let him get the full animation off, let him set, and then Sandstorm.
And then pop the and pop your dust and steal it and be like, oh no, I got sand.
Yeah, you're never gonna pop your dust after that, and then because then you have to dust or have a sentry there.
Hey, look, Monkey King.
Yeah, that's a hero.
Yeah,
it really is.
More team fighty, more damage, and I actually love watching this new Monkey King carry. Just seeing people die to the Jangu, the big old swap of the stick.
He's good against Underlord in lane as well.
Yep.
Well, he's good against all melees.
Same concept of the Ursa. Like you're playing versus those melee heroes, they have a hard time stepping up.
He's like a more reliable Ursa. I like Monkey King more than I like Ursa. Obviously, the biggest thing is like the Roshan factor. Monkey King gives you a little bit more team fight, and he's less kitable, but he doesn't Roshan for you.
Okay, so what does OG need in their last 2 picks?
Like some carry.
Do they have enough team
some
fight
damage
as
dealers?
is?
Some damage dealers.
I would like them to take something like Invoker or Sniper or one of those heroes that just like sits back and hits. And probably some kind of stunning carry, like some sort of Void or something like that. That can just set up the fights.
A Void Lich could be nice. The combo.
Those are the heroes I would like.
Let's see if you're gonna get your wish.
Even a Storm game is pretty free here right now.
It's only Sand King, yeah.
You feel really good against those heroes.
Radiant team battle.
Similar line on the
Similar
Storm Spirit,
concept.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean that.
I would like a
Zip, zap.
Storm more than an Ember, personally.
They ran this a lot in the safe lane, right? The Ember.
Yeah, dude,
But I
this
haven't
is the
seen them.
no-tail special.
Right, yeah. I feel like I've been
Safe
seeing it a
lane,
lot. So
high damage Ember.
helps clear the treants a bit, but you are very low armor. You eat those right clicks from Nature's Prophet.
You know, I think that's what they're going to do. They've run that with the Lich before, and they like that very heavy magical burst damage domination in the offlane. I think you called it, buddy. It's going to be a no-tail Ember on this one, maybe. Ooh. Ooh, wonderful.
So why is this? Why are we all quiet? Why is this difficult to talk about? What are we seeing?
I feel like both teams have already what they need. Everything else right now is just like the flavor piece, you know, a little cherry on top.
This is a very OG draft. Like it's different from what other people are running. It's just their style.
And as far as Vega goes,
OG's
That one looks much more straightforward to me, right? That's just like a lot of team fight. They've got pretty strong lanes. Good wave clear.
they removed
They've
the
taken a
Sven.
lot of the markers. They just... Yeah, they moved the Sven. Sorry, you're right. I was looking and thinking.
Oh, I didn't mean for that, but I just want to point it out.
Oh, yeah.
As we mentioned Sven earlier earlier today. Sven against Nature's Prophet.
Yep.
It's pretty
Great.
decent for wave clear.
Good versus Monkey King, too.
They're actually taking some time with their last ban,
Really
interestingly enough. You see? We're not the only ones who don't know what the hell the other guys were thinking.
I'd like them to take. I'd like Vega to take Necro or DP.
Why?
Some way to force buildings.
OG's
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Lorana ban.
Oh, the
What?
EL.
The kitty.
I mean, I think we're similar again to the Ember. Having these heroes with this high mobility, where you know there is some lockdown on Vega, but it can certainly be played around by an Ember and a PL.
This says to me...
Could be slippery.
To the late game with the Lich Underlord, PL gets 6 slotted and then they go. So maybe it will be a mid lane Ember. Or
It depends on the matchup.
I guess we don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
These are gonna interchange. We'll put the PL mid for now, but that's more than likely to change depending on what the hero pickup is.
Yeah.
Is there one hero that would be good against either of those mid laners in terms of for Vega?
Sniper be good against?
DP.
DP so
So
good?
yeah, so Death Prophet looks great.
Even if you doppel with the PL, your Spirit Siphon follows.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Ooh.
You know who the real one is then straight away?
Interesting. Write that one down for my pubs. Thank you.
Well, it's not like you're gonna play
I
that.
got you, Jace.
You don't think
Jeez.
I can play a DP, bro?
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying that you won't.
Hey, did you see Day 9's been playing Death Prophet? So
Well, now, hey, Will, you always seem to know if it's a good anti-mage game or not. Is this a good anti-mage game?
This is a pretty solid AM game.
yes,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, what are the lanes though?
That's a really awkward.
Monkey King mid against one of these melee cores?
Looks like it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Let's go.
that's not bad. I like that.
All right. Thank you very much, gents. And for us, the tough task of siding with a team that we think is going to take this first game.
Ooh.
Pick and choose. Will, you're up first.
Vega Squadron.
You're going for Vega on this one. I mean, you went for Vega on the previous one as well.
Dude, they should. I still feel like they should have won, but.
I don't want Vega. No, no, I don't want Vega. Put me on OG. I like OG's draft
You
more.
want the AUG?
I want the AUG. I feel like Vega has to do really well in the early game, and if it ever gets out of control for them, they just have zero chance of coming back into this.
They're gonna lose the mascot war though.
The mascot war against what?
A can of Red Bull against a shark.
Depends on how that can of Red Bull.
Can you just turn into a bull? All right, I will go for. I think OG is gonna take this one. We're gonna find out if that's the case though. It's working fine. What else is working fine? Dota's working fine. And OD Pixel and Fog can tell you all about the Dotes right now.
Thank you very much, and indeed. Wow, so Blitz seems to trust in the AM. What do you think about the AM pick? Do you like this sort of finisher from Vega?
I think it's like the perfect pick that they could have grabbed here. AM matches up really well versus Ember, matches up really well versus PL. They've got good team fight, they've got strong lanes. It just really depends on how... I just want to see where they're going to put him, though, right? Because G's got... I just don't really know where they're going to put it yet, is the one thing. And how they're going to be able to pressure it. I think if they can stall the game out long enough, like the PL and the Ember can do pretty well versus the AM, but...
Yeah, looks like Loa's going to go mid anti-mage.
This is like an old school thing we used to see, right? The AM and Nature's Prophet. That's like throwback for like so long ago. The Nature's Prophet split pushes forever, while AM also just gets his farm online, and then you throw a Monkey King into the works. Yeah. I'm liking what they got there. They've got a lot of disable to catch the heroes on the side of OG too, but I think both drafts definitely have a lot of strengths.
This has definitely got good first blood potential if they can get a bit of a surprise.
The one thing I'm concerned is that OG really suffers in lockdown versus that anti-mage. It's like the chains and the Rubik lift, and sure, they have the Pit of Malice, but Manta can be so good this game in order for him to just go completely out of control. So we'll see how these lanes end up getting matched up. And yeah, like we said, No Tail Ember, Resolution PL, and they both have the same exact starting items, so...
30 seconds.
I was going to say, so they can, yeah, sort of switch it up. Yeah, and I think it was all down by the looks of it. I think that was Fly. He pulled everybody pretty much 2 tangos, so Fly.
Oh, yeah, he even pulled S4.
Yeah, he pulled them all 2 tangos.
Oh, wait, S4 even has the same item build. Wait, they all have PMS tier tangos. The meta. Who's mid?
So yeah, exactly. I guess that's the thing, isn't it? You see the item builds and you're like, well, that doesn't tell us which lane he's going to.
Yeah, I got Rezo's mid for sure. Wait a minute. But yeah, top rune. Looks like he's going to contest Slayer, trying to get the bottom rune. He's going to stun, and he's going to take it from S4. 3 runes for Vega.
GG.
And G ports bottom.
Okay, so, I mean, the question is, who's going to end up with the favorable lanes then? I mean, is there any sort of matchup that you think is super good for one of the sides to get?
Vega's got the Monkey King versus Underlord. That's exactly what we touched on in the draft, right? It's like that Ursa versus melee heroes. It's the same concept for that one. Mid lane, OG should be able to come out ahead on this one just because they have a Lich. He's going to always power deny the range creep. And No Tail should be able to farm. That being said, though, AM is always annoying to lane against because you get your mana burned. And we do see a Sand King rotating in, so then becomes a tri-lane. No Tail gets stunned right away, and he actually might just die here.
I mean, it hurts, doesn't it? That good old chilling touch, and that's your first blood, ladies and gentlemen, Slayer.
That rotation, but he dies.
Absolutely worth it, though, surely, getting No Tail out of the lane.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to deal with the Lich lane. You kill them right away, right? And before they can get their level advantage. And yeah, No Tail. The Flame Guard doesn't do anything versus all that magic damage.
Absolutely not, yeah. Level 1 Flame Guard. Not really going to do too much at all.
But that was, that's a tri-lane. And now look at all the creeps that are going to be under that tower. So in a perfect world, No Tail's going to get pretty much all of these last hits, and he's going to not be too crippled from it, but AM got every single last hit in his creep wave too.
Top lane, Afterlife, being hunted down here by Jerex.
They're going to save the lift. Oh, he actually gets through there.
Ooh, yeah, he's sort of playing around this quite nicely. He's still, of course, going to get lifted back. They actually have the damage for it. He goes for the TP out. Afterlife, he's done the maths, and it paid off.
And they get him again with a rotation from Slayer and the... Okay, and the Chilling Touch. They're actually able to get 2 kills.
All right, this mid lane, I mean, as you said, it was nice that No Tail was at least able to TP back for some of the creeps, but before he could finish them all, he's dead again.
Yeah, they had to play it, like, really careful, but they don't actually have wards watching the Sanking, so Sayoma is owning right now with those 2 rotations. 2-1 already, and Anti-Mage's going to have full free farm. That is an absolute disaster for OG because this is one of their big winning lanes. That's why they're putting the Lich mid, is to win the lane.
And dying that quick, of course, in mid lane. You know, NoTail's had to take the long walk back. He's still level 1.
Yeah, so it looks like Vega's going to win 2 lanes here. 2 out of 3 of the lanes. Pretty hard as well.
Slayer. Unlikely that... Oh, in fact, with the Boundless, it's quite the punch. S4 will survive, but that's also S4 having to make the long walk back to base. More than enough space given for the Monkey King, but yeah, indeed, Vega making some good calls, and definitely the man of the first 2 minutes is Slayer with these rotations.
Yeah, they're going to win 2 lanes, and the Nature's Prophet should be just fine top. I mean,
we saw him
he's going to get pressured, but he should be able to TP. It's like if Lift gets used, he's fine.
Yeah.
So they have to really keep tabs on where this Sand King is moving, because Ember is very squishy early on. Just gets killed very easily from that damage. And here they go again. They break the Flame Guard instantly as soon as he uses it with the cold feet and the right clicks from the anti-mage, and it's already a ring of health, so this anti-mage is going to free farm.
Oh, absolutely. It's very hard for these two to do anything in terms of getting him out of the lane. And then, you know, sort of in that sense, you say, well, what can OG do to sort of fix that early on? I mean, they have a Rubik, but Rubik, early levels, I mean, sure, you've got a bit of control, but you don't offer nearly enough damage to do anything about that, in fact. Slayer?
It's definitely a huge concern, though. Like, Anti-Mage getting off to this start. We said Anti-Mage is like the most crucial thing for this lineup, and he's gonna, I mean, 23 CS. I don't think he's missed a single one, and now they're already going on NoTail. They're putting 4 versus NoTail.
They're going for it in, and they're gonna get it almost certainly with the stun. The chilling touch damage, he's gone. Zayat will lose his life. Overall, a 3rd kill onto NoTail. OG setting everyone in, trying to help out.
And this is actually just straight up bullying. He's 0-3 in 3 minutes. I mean, he doesn't give much gold, right? How much did he give for that one? 154. The last one gave 148.
For NoTail.
And he's got more
creeps at this
They're bringing him. Jarex is bringing some creeps back for him. At least Rezo's free farming, right?
That's certainly the plus here for OG. That's the lane that they can sort of look to and say, right, at least that's going all right. And NoTail just tanking their ganks at the moment.
Bottom lane G in a lot of trouble here. Gets stunned up. They've got the Jingu stacks. They've got the Boundless Strike afterwards. And yeah, it's forced up.
You said a scary lane. As soon as you add an extra hero in that in favor of the Monkey King, you get the kill. Top lane, Rezo diving in onto Afterlife. He does have the Sprout available. Can he play his way around this?
Just needs Vision for
that lance. He's going for the Jukes.
Oh, he's going to make it out. Nighttime, no vision for it.
That's the 2nd time that he has dodged imminent death on this top lane. We saw it in the panel, sort of saying the Afterlife Nature's Prophet earlier having a bit of trouble, but this time around it's looking good.
Being very cheeky there.
And look at this Zayat. He's trying to man up here against NoTail, and in fact he ends up freezing him. Zayat is going to get away. He's not even going to die there. He just ends up walking out of the noses of both this Ember Spirit and Lich, and they can't do anything about it. That's an AA. Oh dear. And more space continues to be there for Aloha down to the mid lane. 34 CS now on the anti-mage. NoTail just sitting on 16.
Do they have stacks at least coming out on some of the neutrals or something? They're going to need a way to get NoTail back in this, so they can't just rely on Rezo versus a Monkey King and an anti-mage completely free farming. This Monkey King is going to be able to make the space for that AM in the early stage too. And the AM's already so farmed. He's going to have Tread's Ring of Health before this like 7-minute mark. But now Lich decides there's no point in me helping NoTail mid. It just doesn't do anything anymore. So
look at the G. He's ready to go in. He may not care that there's a Lich in the neighborhood, especially when they bring Afterlife in as well on the Nature's Prophet. Stuns there onto S4. G just dodging the Firestorm. Comes back in now. He's got the Jingu. And again, Afterlife with these very nice sprouts. Just using the circumference of them to make it very hard for S4 to get away. That's another kill for them on this bottom lane. 5 for 2. Vega in 2 of these 3 lanes, absolutely dominating in these early 6 minutes. Slayer, he's got his eyes on NoTail.
At least, yeah, I mean, the safe lane's doing great. Jarex is going to have Arcane Boots. Rezo is full free farm. I mean, Fly is also still going to be 6 early. Mid, though.
Straight away in onto him, and he is just melting at this stage. That is another death on NoTail. This mid lane, I mean, they're just the calls from Vega. This early game is seeming so rough for OG. Bottom lane again. Jingu stacks are up. It won't get the kill, but it forces it. Well, I say it won't get the kill. It certainly comes close to. But it forces S4 back. Jarex will TP in, but G's fine. He walks it off. Some of these cores of OG having a real nightmare. Top. Rezo.
I mean, Sayuma is absolutely everywhere.
He's killing it.
Ganks mid, ganks bottom, ganks mid, ganks bottom. Now he's on his way top. He's just doing everything. He's got another stun now too for Rezo if he finds the real one. Rezo juking him out.
Okay, out mind games him.
And now just TPs, and he's fine.
Tries to get a bit of extra damage in with the tree and summoning, but it's not going to be the case. A lower dance. I mean, you see OG send 3 heroes mid. A lower dance just turns, gives them a few right clicks, blinks out. They can't deal with this anti-mage that's had such a good start in the laning stage. I mean, we're at this point where he's 3,500 compared to Notel's 1,900.
They got to get something
difference.
big out of this. I mean, first Chain Frost is up already. It's 7 minutes in. That's the 1 power of Lich. So G might be the culprit here. They don't see them on the side there.
This should be a surefire kill. If they mess this up, they're going to be feeling pretty bad.
He should be dead there. They're going to expend the Chain Frost more than likely.
Surely.
I say that.
I mean, surely there we go.
Like they have to
they finally get him. They may even get Afterlife as well. Afterlife looking to bring down Jarex. Will find it. Now Slayer is there. In with the stun. On to Fly. In fact, oh, look, he just turns. He's trying to man up. He is going to lose his life for it. Chasing down Fly here. Slayer should be able to finish off the Lich, and indeed does. So they do get the 2 for 2 down there. But OG finally finding at least one of those kills that they've been desperate for. Getting the G Monkey King off the map for a little bit of time.
But again, look at that. An action happens on the map. Slayer's there.
Yeah.
Instantly with the TP. The Sand King is...
Yeah, 2-1-5.
He's actually
7 of the 8 kills.
owning so hard.
Doing all right in the gold front as well. Level 5, Tranquils, 700 gold towards the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, Notel struggling. Oh, level 5 still. Anti-Mage about to be level 7. Treads Ring of Health on the way toward that Battle Fury.
G, trying to play around with S4. Doesn't get the Primal Spring slow off, but he has the Boundless Strike, trying to buy some time. Slayer's coming in.
He's got enough damage anyway. He didn't even need to switch treads. He's just staying on in-treads, doing all those right clicks.
I mean, that's scary. I mean, at this point, if you're S4, you may just have to sort of resort to the jungle. Coming into this lane with this Monkey King is turning pretty close to quite a death wish with the damage that G can knock out at this stage of the game. Notel now, of course, is level 6. Does have a haste rune, so it's a little harder for them to go on. Bottom lane, someone that isn't too tough to go on is Jarex. Jump forward straight away. G will be held back, though, by the fire that starts to come down.
A blast coming down. He just hit 6 on the Ancient Apparition.
Could G down? Boundless Strike in 6 seconds. Afterlife, trying to find Jarex, and Jarex is not going to make it because guess who's there? Slayer once again with the stun. Sentry's down. OG will punish this. But they do take down both Slayer and Afterlife. So things getting a little messy in this bottom lane, and OG are finding the trades at least. Mid lane, Notel with the haste rune, playing around with a lower dance. It's a pretty tricky one. I mean, even with the burst, questionable if it would have been enough to get that AM.
Yeah, if you'd been able to run him down a little bit longer with the Flame Guard, maybe, but it's still a tough kill. But, you know, they're forcing pressure around the map, and it gives Rezo absolute free farm top. He's pressuring the tower a bit here. And yeah, like, you know, alleviates the pressure off Notel for sure, which he needs very desperately. He's catching back up. It's ahead of the Nature's Prophet, at least.
Yeah, we're going to see a smoke here from Slayer and Zayats. Ready to go. Zayats, level 6, has the Ice Blast. Slayer can get the lead in with the stun onto Rezo.
They want the PR. There's no way they go for Notel again here. That would be just straightforward.
If they get the stun, the Ice Blast, and the Nature's Wrath.
The scan actually catches the smoke.
Nicely done there from OG.
Damn, that was perfect timing. Guess they don't really see anybody on the map except for the Monkey King. And Afterlife showed up top again, so they're like, okay, this looks like they're trying to go for this tower push at the 10-minute mark with that catapult. And it's going to be a good timing for Vega. They should be able to easily claim that top tower. And OG is not going to get any big rebuttal. They're just going to farm on Notel and farm on Rezo in the jungle.
OG just having to hold his breath down here. OG pushing the lane in. See if S4 comes a hunting. Drop down one of the trees. Mid lane, Notel definitely being able to play with a bit more confidence.
Yeah.
Now he's got the level.
He's got the regen rune as well.
It's going to take some time, so certainly haven't started to catch up to the aim, but Aloha Dance is going to have good timing on that Battle Fury. There's no doubt about it. Just the final sword to go.
Yeah, and the Shrine's going to be up right above him as well for the anti-mage. He's going to be able to continue farming. Bottom. He's getting spotted out.
See it. If they can
throw
go for
the
this
Chain
one.
Frost again.
They do manage to get the Balance Strike. Ice Blast comes in only onto S4 though. That will grant them the S4 kill. Fly tries for the TP out, but Slayer's there immediately with the Burrow Strike. JerAx will be able to escape out of this one, but Fly won't be as lucky as Vega reacts to the pressure that OG were setting up for quite some time on that bottom lane. And G gets himself the double kill. They keep the tier 1 alive. They themselves could look to try and push around for a tier 1 themselves. Aloha Dance getting ever closer to that Battle Fury. Only 12 minutes into the game, but 5,700 net worth in this mid anti-mage. Absolutely the dream here for Aloha.
Yeah, getting those 2 big winning lanes is looking great for them. And this Sand King is level 8 at 12 minutes.
Same as the No-Tail Ember.
That's pretty absurd.
Tiny bit, but yeah, as you say, the fact that the gap's that small. Absolutely crazy for Slayer.
Yeah, everybody's high level on Vega. Level 7 on the AA, level 8 on the Sand King. Like, everybody's just having a pretty good game so far.
Bottom lane, JerAx playing around with G. I mean, this is playing with a lot of pain. It's Afterlife. Desires are there. G can quickly easily turn. JerAx a little out of position on that one.
Now they've got a hero that can lane versus Rezo pretty easily. Slayer just goes up there and Sandstorms and sits in it. You can push the lanes out constantly versus that PL.
Yeah, very close to the blink as well.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's higher level than his Nature's Prophet. It's actually pretty absurd.
Flying No-Tail. What's the next move going to be? No-Tail heading up towards top.
Fly puts a Midas into his quick buy. He's ready. I mean, they know what they need to do at this game. We talked about it during the draft, so the people who weren't here, we know OG's plan is to stall this game out. They have Underlord, they have Lich, they're going to go for high ground defense with Firestorm, with Lich armor, and try to go for that one. But it was a last pick.
Look at this as well. No-Tail, he's come ready and kitted for the fight. Has got the dust. Slayer trying to Burrow Strike himself out of there. No-Tail moves in, has the chains. Get them the kill.
That was really good position there from No-Tail. You saw how he remnants in and then he starts running down toward the tower before the stun even happens, so he can ensure that he's in position for the Searing Chains afterwards.
Lane JerAx has
Battle
managed
Fury.
to find his level 6.
Online. 14-minute treads Battle Fury.
Not bad at all.
The seeds of hope.
And that's only the thing. If OG, as you say, do intend to take this late, doesn't necessarily mean Vega are going to have huge trouble late. They have very good cores that scale.
Yeah, we're not, when we say that, we don't mean that OG wins the late game.
No.
It just that was their plan initially with the draft. Afterlife getting gone on here. No-Tail JerAx find the pick off there.
Zayats is there along with
No-Tail,
Slayer.
though, he has no more remnants.
He went in with all remnants for that kill. He get his way out of this here. G jumps forward. Boundless Strike comes through. They'll knock him down below the threshold of the Ice Blast, and No-Tail will pop. Getting that Nature's Prophet kill, but losing his life for it.
Rezo, though, making sure to get something out of it. You know, this is PL's not jungling. That's like the important thing. You don't see anybody. None of the heroes on OG are jungling. They're making sure that when the space is made, they have to be able to get something out of it. They have to be able to push those towers when people die. The sacrifices, you know.
And S4 finding the space. Double tier 1 tower for OG, and this is the thing. You know, even if it's 14 for 8. Overall net worth, there's not that much of a lead. In fact, with this kill,
they have to save the lift. JerAx is trying to hold it as long as possible. He should be able to just fine as well. Nice, easy pick off for those two. Rezo now finished the Diffusal Blade already. 15 minutes in. Good timing for him as well. Keeping relatively on par with the Anti-Mage. But, you know, AM getting the first blood. Really is what's surging him ahead. As well as a free lane. Almost level 12 on AM now, too. Level 12 PL, next 3 cores, or next 3 heroes, I should say, on Vega are the 3, because the Sand King was almost level 11. Pretty crazy. But it's got Blink Dagger now. More team fight, more catch coming out from Vega.
G actually TPing out of this bottom lane.
So No-Tail is building toward a Battle Fury on the Ember.
Oh, okay. Zayats. It's not JerAx. JerAx, of course, that stolen steal. She jumps back down and continues to give him a bit of a punch back. Telekinesis back. Look again, and now tag teams No-Tail in.
He's just toying with him. That was really nice, really nicely done. The beauty of playing Rubik versus Anti-Mage is getting the blink early on.
One down bottom. Not nearly enough damage, surely. Not to stop the Uber on his way out.
I'll take your tribute.
As that is the OD, the Abyssal Underlord getting out safely. And as I say, you know, 16.5 minutes in. Sure that Anti-Mage had a good time, but now we're even on the net worth. OG are doing a really good job of leveling things back out. As I say that, they do lose the courier. Afterlife able to get the snipe. Didn't have anything on though for OG. And now move up to top.
Thing is now is that Vega has to kind of fight 4v5 because the anti-mage just wants to farm for that Manta. So it's sinking with the Blink Dagger, which is great, but he's going to get picked off right here instantly. S4 does drop to the Nature's Wrath with the AA Blast on top of it.
Okay, so getting the 1-for-1. Jarrett's coming around to play around a little bit with Aloha Dance. There's Afterlife there as well. Just have to be careful. Has, of course, still got the AM Blink.
Waited for the Nature's Prophet TP to come in so he doesn't get somehow sandwiched by the two of them, even with the Blink. And they get the top tower. So Rezo's timing is going to be pretty decent on this PL as well. 2-0 and 1, 120 CS compared to the AM's 1-0 and 170. Of course, AM's going to pull further ahead with the Battle Fury.
Still looking to take this bottom tier one, but look all these TPs coming in from OG.
Stall the push. Firestorm. Rubik. They actually get the lift. They're going to get the pit as well, or the chains. They've got the pit follow-up, the Chain Frost as well. He actually gets brought down.
Absolutely perfect chain stun, chain root from OG there. Yeah.
They would have almost had another Searing Chains too. Even if he does get like the blink out, there's a Remnant follow that could catch him as well. They have a lot of ways to get him with that. So really nicely done. Until the Manta's finished up, Anti-Mage can get caught by those things. But once he's got Manta, it makes it so much more difficult.
This mid lane, they're eyeing up No-Tail.
He's got a haste rune.
They do have the Ice Blast and the Epicenter.
But look at these wards coming out from OG. They saw that smoke, I'm pretty sure. So they do have 2 wards placed very aggressively. And the ping comes out, No-Tail walks into them, breaks one of the smoke people at least. Changes him, and he's going to steal the creeps. While bottom, they know that Vega's positioned toward top. OG's going to take advantage of that, push toward bottom tower. And, I mean, S4 is very farmed in this Underlord. He's about to have, he actually has Solar Crest finished up when he buys it. You look at the net worth, he's number 5 as that offlane. And 3 of the cores are now kind of leading the way for OG. You see No-Tail's made an excellent recovery on this Ember Spear with his team, getting all those towers, getting that kind of surge of income going his way. Tower trades coming out.
See who backs for who. The back of this pressure looks like Vega aren't interested in sticking around anymore on that top lane, and OG themselves neither. So backing away, but yeah, just
got some mirror movements coming out, right? Both teams taking tier 2, farming each other's jungles.
Question is if Vega can get anyone here on the retreat. I mean, Jarrett's showing in the mid lane. Do it the high ground advantage, but Jarrett's actually going to move away from this. Won't be caught out. The pings.
They scan it anyway, just in case.
Oh, yeah, they do, don't they? OG well aware.
Nice, deep, aggressive wards coming out from both squads. Vega puts 2 aggressive wards as they push to top tier 2, and the same thing from OG.
And we saw that as well. Afterlife trying to get in and get the catch onto No-Tail. Has the Orchid complete on the Nature's Prophet. Of course, with this Battle Fury build on the Ember, he's still very susceptible to being caught out by that silence. So No-Tail has to be careful how he comes out with this Nature's Prophet. Very able to set something up for the team.
Yeah, at least they've got, you know, the bonus armor that does come with the Lich armor, which will help him a little bit. But does have to be careful. Slayer positions himself top. We see Fly draw the line top. He's like, this top lane is a problem. You need No-Tail, we need you to deal with it, but probably telling him, be a little bit careful. He even throws down a defensive remnant, because they're probably assuming that multiple heroes are up there, and here we go. OG's positioning themselves. They know something's going on, but they will walk through a ward. At least S4 does right now. They see Rezo farming Ancients as well, and they're just going to hide themselves in there for now. While Afterlife pushes out bottom. The battle of pushing out lanes right now. This is what it's going to be for a bit, until teams can find a attempt at a pick off. Manta's going to be almost done now on the anti-mage, so it's going to be a really big one for Aloha not to get picked off like almost at all. Same thing with Rezo, of course. He's a little bit more susceptible because they have like the hard stun from the Sand King.
Well, I'm talking about the Sand King. Slayer trying to get himself out of here, but Jarrett's, he's got the vision from the trees, hopping and bopping around him. So No-Tail and Rezo will be able to clean him up. Catching Slayer punishing for coming out of the top lane. It's going to put Rezo very close to having the ultimate orb for his Manta Star. Bottom lane, OG looking for the defense. Zayat's surprisingly on the front lines here as this AA. And he's going to get heavily punished for that one. Rezo just comes in, cleans him up in quick succession to the Sand King kill up top. Gets the double.
The tower was claimed, though. That was kind of the goal. He wanted to even he just wanted to put a ward down behind as they took the tower. But he dies. And he at least got a ward down on the shrine in the meantime.
Mid lane.
Mid lane.
Afterlife. That's the Orchid. Roundless strike. It's going to bring him low.
Jarek's still alive.
Yeah, he still gets the chance to telekinesis. And in fact, N0tail and S4 wrapping around, looking for G on the Monkey King. He'll get the Wukong's command out, trying to create some distance. But the chains and roots there. And that's going to be a kill onto G.
And
Wukong's command doesn't bother them at all.
He's got Battle Fury.
Look at Jerax.
Pretty good timing.
Jerax?
Oh, a little bit.
He went in pretty crazy there. He Primal Springed all his way over into the midst of them all.
Oh, N0tail.
Oh, OG. Now, they may lose a few here. That's going to be S4 down. Fly getting wrapped around as well. I mean, I think Jerax he turned a little bit crazy then. He jumped right in. The rest of OG followed. Suddenly they lose 3. N0tail should be fine. Does have a shrine. And indeed, yeah, Slayer's not going to stick around for that one. They do also still have Rezo in the neighborhood. I wonder if Rezo and N0tail can kick something off.
Setting up the trap right on the high ground, waiting for somebody.
Oh, they're not going to get him again with the Burrow Strike, buddy. The man with the Manta Star. N0tail falling low. In fact, he can't jump out.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, they lost a lot of heroes.
They lost a lot of heroes.
Right, they killed G, and then they lost a succession of 4 heroes afterwards because of that mispositioning there from Jerax. A little bit over-aggressive,
A little bit awkward, yeah, from OG, that one. And Lower Dance is going to be over the moon. He is a big issue. Level 18, Battle Fury Manta Star. Now, thanks to that last fight, 1,700 gold on towards the Basher. We'll see it again here. So, at the start, it's like, all right, Jerax. This is some cute play.
Yeah, this was great.
Doesn't
by
die,
Jerax
stays alive. Here we go, boys. And N0tail ready to go for G. As we saw there, you know, they good amount of magical. They don't care about that armor from the Wukongs. They can cut him down. And then it's like, all right, great fun. Then Jerax is like, I'm going in, boys. Oh, shoot. There's an anti-mage and a Nature's Prophet with an Orchid here. I'm dead. And suddenly, OG's like, we've got to get out. But Slayer, he's been everywhere this game. They come in. And yeah, just OG needed to sort of chill out after the back of that fight. And of course, whilst this is all going on, Rezo's down pushing the bottom lane saying, guys, what the hell are you doing?
Afterlife. N0tail does spot him there. Gets Orchided up.
Oh, that's some cute play there from Afterlife. Absolutely no panic there from him. Chilling, relaxing, embracing the zen. And he is gone. Well, getting a few K gold lead after that sort of bit of succession.
I feel like the experience was the one I was looking at. I was like, yeah,
yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot more of a swing than that because the anti-mage surged up all the way to what you were saying, like almost level. He's level 20 actually.
Level 20 now. And I think that's the full Basher on its way out in the career as well. It is. That's the full Basher and Manta. 24 minutes in. Ay, ay, ay.
He's got like a full 2 items on N0tail. See the Monkey King mid though. G hops into the lane. He's going to get picked up here by the smoke.
That should be a surefire kill. They try and come in with the epicenter, but Slayer can't quite close the gap. He gets rooted by the pit. They do have the Orchid Silence onto N0tail. Ice Blast comes in onto 2. Ooh, quite a nice mana void here, bringing OG down low, but in fact it's Vega. They've already lost 2 off the back of that.
And Rezo's here to play.
And he is playing Afterlife to pieces. A 3rd kill for OG. This time Vega's sort of mistake to decide to take that fight.
They have 200 bonus damage on the Underlord with Solar Crest. They're going into the pit. It's going to die very quickly. And none of the team fight is up for Vega. The AA Blast was expended, the Breath of Nature, the Mana Void, even the Sand King ulti. This is a free rush.
All right, Lower Dance will try and do his best up top with a push. In fact, he's going to come into contact with some of OG.
They have Boundless Strike stolen too, so they have an extra amount of real stun now on the side of OG other than the Rubik's Lift.
Indeed, there we have it. As you say, Roshan down Aegis into the hands of Resolution, who amongst all the chaos, he's been keeping a very clean game. 5-0-1 on the PL. Rezo, as expected.
Oh, they're going to go for the gank bottom onto the AM here. They're porting in the Uberlord, but N0tail did not actually get hit with the shrine, so he's a little bit unhealthy.
I don't know if they get this as well. I mean, is a lot. Oh, is he going to be baited for it? He is coming forward. Nah, he sees Rezo. Like a Rezo shows, the Lower Dance is not going to stick around at all.
He almost stepped up.
19 scan from OG just to see if Vega were coming in with a sweep around to try and fight them off the back of this push. It's not the case. The smoke from Vega actually heading straight up towards the top lane. Only Fly there at the moment. No one else from the side of OG as they are all over
Never refuse good.
on Vega's respective half of the map in their jungle.
No-Tail starting to get his farm on, though. He's farming an Ancient Stack right now with that Battle Fury, building toward the Lincolns, which he's going to really need for that Orchid. As well as the eventual Abyssal, and also blocks the Sand King stun, but they have a lot of ways to break that.
Rezo walking up into the high ground, blind, gets caught out straight out by the stun, does get the chance to get the doppelganger off. Can he get out? He cannot. Will lose the Aegis.
Some timely bashes.
Zayats
is going to pay with his life.
He's slightly on the front lines here, and indeed, he will be gone. So that's the Aegis down. OG still find a kill, though, and Vega not in shape to take that PL down a second time. So nice to get the Aegis, I suppose, but not really the biggest of successes there for Vega Squadron.
Yeah.
As OG aren't. They're not fussed about not having the Aegis. They're ready to still fight. They're looking for G. They'll get the root off, but G does get the Wukong's command surrounded. Does find the balance strike. Slayer comes in. Oh, with the epicenter, Slayer takes down Rezo. Afterlife now looking for No-Tail, has the silence, jump forward from G, straight into the middle of the trees. That'll be No-Tail gone as well. Vega turning around the team fight. Lower Dance isn't done. Elsewhere, he picks off Rubik.
Slayer, perfect positioning there.
Absolutely. Everything about that Sand King play allowing them to turn and take down both of those big cores.
And the thing is, too, is like the PL...
He's standing up for more.
Oh, they're going to get more.
He's got the Yules in the mid.
Ice Blast as well. They're going for S4 too on top of it with the Sprout, but he is going to be safe at deeping out. The neat thing that they have going on here with the Monkey King and Anti-Mage is Monkey King building Diffusal. We're going to watch Rezo's mana.
Again,
Watch Rezo's mana get burned by the Wukong's command plus the Anti-Mage. It just, I mean, he doesn't have much to begin with, but look, instantly oomed. It's gone.
Oh my goodness, and Slayer, as we say.
Slayer comes in.
And then G, he knows he can go for more, especially with Afterlife. Straight in with the silence. No-Tail's trying to build a Lincoln's. It's not quite there. In fact, in the base of OG, the fight's kicking off. S4 getting gone on. Pops the Shrine. Trying his best to hold before the rest of his team are back. G starting to retreat. Slayer, can he get himself out of there? He has the Yules, does have the blink into the sideline. TP's out. OG aren't going to be able to find him, and Slayer gets out.
This guy's playing so well. I would definitely put him as my MVP this game.
Oh, and look at this Afterlife. He's found the Ember. They don't get the bash, though. No-Tail, it'll only just be fun. I say that. He's falling down pretty low under that Ice Blast. They'll Shrine up. So he's got it as soon as that Ice Blast debuff wears off. Afterlife holding his position on the sidelines.
Oh my god,
down
no. Almost dies because of that Observer Ward.
Get yourself back to base, son.
Now they know that ward is there.
Tis mine.
Zayats is chilling right next to dangerous territory.
It's pretty deep.
I don't see him though, and it seems like, yeah, Fly's sick of this. He's like, man, they're having a really good run of vision on us, so needs to get a gem. And you see Fly actually queues up the Hex, so he knows the problem. You know, they're eventually not going to be able to kill the Anti-Mage with their roots because of the Manta style.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not top this tier 3.
It's a long ways away though.
Pretty low. Also, how's the low dance doing post Basher? What's he got? Butterfly very close to
he's going to be having it very soon.
Yeah, no true strike. He's going to be there at all for OG. Evasion going to go a long way for a low dance.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Bit of an up and down game, but now Vega really getting their teeth stuck in. 8k gold lead. Aloha Dance 4k ahead of Resolution's P out. Rezo nearly with the heart complete. There's still definite potential damage issues in terms of being able to tackle this Anti-Mage and kill Aloha Dance in these fights when he blinks in.
BKB is going to be done soon on the Monkey King. He's about to have it, so he's very durable. If he gets the Wukong's command off, they actually have very little ways of killing him through that bonus armor and magic immunity. They spot Afterlife Charax with that neat little ward.
Okay, does he have detection? He's got a sentry.
He needs one more person to get closer. They're getting closer now. He's got the Yules as well. Gonna keep delaying him.
That's buying time.
And the rest of them are there now.
Oh yeah.
Nicely done.
Let's take him down. Meanwhile, straight down bottom. Aloha Dance ready to start knocking on the doors of OG's base. Okay, TPing across while they're bringing both Fly and No-Tail. Get the chains off. Aloha Dance quickly out. Of course, No-Tail quickly out of mana as well as the illusions beat him down. And the question is, I mean, as you sort of say, you know, OG, they don't mind taking this late. Vega, they still have late potential, but do you still think that, you know, kind of with this BKB on Monkey King, are Vega going to try and end the game sooner than later? Or will they
probably the Roche.
Roche.
All right, they want to go take the fight around there. They have a pretty damn good fight around that Roche pit as well. Wukong's command set up, and then they can bring it down, and it's going to be hard for OG to kind of enter. This could be a long one, Owen.
You think so?
This could be.
I know OG do like those kind of games. They do revel in just the sort of experience that these players have in those sort of late game, very stressful situations.
Yeah, it could be long. I mean, it's also one of those that could just end pretty abruptly because of how massive the anti-mage really is already. Level 24, Abyssal's going to be coming online soon. And with the butterfly already being picked up, he has evasion this early on versus a PL.
So hard to deal with.
Doesn't build MKB. Ember Spirit doesn't build MKB. At least he's got Battle Fury to kind of deal with that, but to get some more cleave damage. But yeah, these heroes don't build MKB till much later. I mean, Ember will maybe eventually, but much later down the lines.
Here OG go. A smoke up. To the top lane. Only Afterlife there at the moment. The rest of Vega are actually back over their half of the map. Now, do OG want to try and sweep over and invade Vega's jungle? Could be hard. Vega do have the high ground at the moment. Right by the pit. OG backing away. They don't feel confident to sweep over. Vega, though, they certainly do. They smoke up themselves. See if they make the call to make the right movement. Are they aware of where OG are at this moment in time? Until into the tree line. Vega slowly closing in on them. Looking for a potential wraparound. They might catch OG off guard here. Coming in from behind. Afterlife TP's up to join the gang. Slayer leading the way. Smoke's about to wear off, but there's the initiation. Jump forwards onto Fly. They'll be able to take down the Lich first. Now, the rest of OG, how they to react. Wukong's commands laid down from G. OG, they split back off, but Lordance jumps in, gets the bash onto S4. He's out of mana. He cannot teleport himself out straight away. Telekinesis holds back a Lordance for a bit of time. He'll actually blink away. Afterlife, in fact, teeping out of this one.
No tail. Juking him out a bit. He throws the last remnant, but he gets mana burn by too much.
Look at this damage indeed, coming out from both G and Aloha Dance. Rezo tries for the Jukes, looks for the TP out. Jerax will be taken out by S4 as he finally gets the mana back up to go for that global teleport. But OG still losing too. Vega coming out on top, and nothing that OG can do in response to that. Just a very nice movement from Vega under the cover of that smoke, and again, no hesitations from Slayer. Sure, it's just the Lich, but Vega knows they can take one of these players out of the fights. The team fights become ever so easy.
Yeah, it looked like they had vision of when OG was going for that smoke, and they just kind of they did their own smoke and wrap behind. It was very nicely done.
Slayer jumping in, a little aggressive there. Trying to have a bit of a tickle around with S4.
They really want to claim this tower so they can start doing the wrap procedure with the AM and Nature's Prophet to hit the Raxes. But with Lich Armor and with Firestorm, it's a bit difficult. They're trying to commit, but Aloha has to be careful. He can get mana burned down quite easily by this PL. And he is low on mana. He only has 300. They're trying to continue the chase.
And with No Tail respawning in 5, Vega to back off. Wanting to hang around and push their luck.
Good little swing though, you know, 10k gold, 10k experience advantage going the way of Vega now.
Haste.
No need to throw any of that lead away at this stage. They don't need to get too crazy and not under that huge amount of pressure.
Man,
as of yet.
Vega looks much better when they have these type of this type of roaming hero for Slayer when he's playing like this 4 and he's just able to just find pickoffs all over the map, because that's what we talked about. He's like that kind of player. Ancient Apparition, yeah, the life of an AA.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're on your own, you are going to get destroyed.
Roche comes up. This is Aegis and Cheese.
How quickly can they actually take him? I mean, amongst these 4...
Got 105 bonus damage on the Underlord with Solar Crest. And PL does a lot of physical damage right now.
But look at Slayer. Slayer's going to go in. He's straight in with the Epicenter. He's managed to catch all 3 of them here. Alohadan's jumping forward as well. OG, they've got to get themselves out of her, or at least try and take the fight. Wukong's commands down, catching them all pretty much. Boundless Strike forces them back, but in fact it is Vega that have lost 2. Now Alohadan starts to clean up, takes down a second. No Tail's gone. And Vega, with just those kills, taking No Tail out, they know that they can go back into the pit. Not have to worry too much about the rest of OG looking to interfere. And they take Roche, they get Aegis, and they get the cheese.
I almost feel like OG needed that for this game. It's looking very problematic with the anti-mage being level 25, Abyssal Blade. Now he's got 2 lives.
Really nice by Slayer once again.
So hard for No Tail too. Like in that fight, he still doesn't have the Lincoln Sphere. He's getting further and further behind.
Yep.
And he even threw like the Remnant down and tried to push himself out, but he was still in the AoE of the Wukong's command, so he still gets hit by them, mana burn down, and brought down. But again, Slayer, with those initiations with these plays coming in. 3-man epi to start it off, and then they're trapped inside of the pit versus a Monkey King and an anti-mage. So PL, Rezo, does finish up the Lincolns for himself. Pretty tanky, pretty damn farmed as well. Does a lot of damage.
I see on S4. Slayer, very close to that Aghanims. 100 gold, and he'll have that one ready for the next fight.
I like how G is preemptively building a Monkey King bar as well, like expecting the PL to build that butterfly eventually, so he's going to have that. I love when Monkey King picks up at it. He goes, "Ah, my bar."
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. He has a good little line for it.
Yeah.
And of course with the Solar Crest in play as well. It's already
on top of that.
a little annoying. There we have it, indeed. Monkey King bar.
Did he say it? I didn't have it clicked on
I
him
was
when he
looking
picked
at
it up.
him.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, my bad. I've got no sound on my PC.
Oh, yeah.
We don't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything that time, though. He usually says it, though. I've definitely bought it before on him.
Well, have we... Hang on. Have we got the sounds off? Do we hear the players hear us speak at all? I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do. I think we've got you.
I think you have to be playing the hero to get it, yeah. To get
No, but I think we don't hear any hero sounds at all.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not an observant person. I just say what I see.
Smoke up again by Vega with Aegis and Cheese. They want to go for that. The top tower is gone. There is no backdoor right now at the moment. The wards are down, though. They do see that they're going in right away.
Here we go. OG, what's their response to this one? Aloha Dance does get telekinesed up. S4 trying to look for the follow-up, but there's the silence. Comes in quickly from Afterlife. Shadowblade backs off. Slayer comes in with the Burrow Strike straight in onto S4, who gets double forced back away from the Ice Blast. Fly gets blown up from the Mana Void. G jumps forward with the BKB and the Wukong's command, splitting OG apart. They've lost the racks here on this top lane. Aloha Dance fairly low. Resolution now looking to come in and try for the cleanup, but again, Slayer's there with the Burrow Strike, holding back S4. They'll turn towards Aloha Dance. Can they finish him off? They'll pop him once, take the Aegis. They get the Sand King as well. Can they kill him a second time? Melee Rack still alive on this top lane. They've got the root down with the pit. Aloha Dance still able to blink
fast.
out. Can he actually keep himself alive? They'll send forward Zayats as the sacrificial AA. He'll go down. S4 with the mass TP. Where's he looking to take them? Down towards the bottom. Bit of split push pressure was coming in from Afterlife. So sorry, they do get the range racks, but they don't get the melee racks. OG are able to defend those.
Oh, we have a mass DC from
And that's GG. Rage quit comes out. All right, yeah, hopefully that.
Very nice defense, though. Saving the glyph, and I mean, look at, I didn't get the click on S4 in the last while, but look at his items. He's got a full AC. He was the attack speed build too. He's doing the damage. So here we go. Instant initiation by Slayer.
Nice
G commits a bit far is the one thing. So Fly does get his chain frost off. It doesn't really do the most amount of damage, but look how far in G is. He wants to zone them off of the racks, but with that Lich Armor and the back door, it looks like it kicked in as well.
It does,
yeah, look, it was kicked in for a moment there. Now it falls back off.
Yeah. And they don't get the racks.
But they get the glyph off, and then Rezo's able to close the gap onto Afterlife. And look at all the damage comes out. With the roots and everything, they do have quite an amount. But yeah, Afterlife actually gets that TP out, and then he TPs back toward bottom.
He goes straight bottom for the rat. And that's when, you know, instantly S4's like, right, boys, we're going to need to take you down there after this attempt on Aloha Dance's life. And of course, Aloha Dance, just a little too slippery.
Was that a buyback too from anyone? That was just
buyback from Fly.
Just Lich, right?
Just Fly, yeah.
Just that Lich Armor. That's all he needs to do. Doesn't matter about his spells. Just armor the racks.
So OG are holding despite that massive net worth lead that Vega do have. That 17k gold lead still at 39 minutes. But
yeah,
showing that breaking the high ground is not going to be an easy ordeal, especially when they're sort of diving, chasing for the kills.
Hello,
ladies and gentlemen.
It's us. We always get popped.
Sorry for this. Well, it actually looks like they've all reconnected.
OG needs a moment.
OG need 1 minute.
They got to collect themselves. They're like, this game.
This game. It's getting pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what you people at home have to say about this game. I'm sure it's going to be highly constructive and not very inflammatory.
Oh yeah,
OG lull, chat Sobade.
The game started. I was told to. I was
OG
give a
coming through, and I believe that's a picture of a. What the? That's not very nice, chat. Come on, let's have a bit of love for our Dota 2 players here.
I said I'd give a shout out to somebody during the pause, but the pause ended in time. Sorry.
Yeah.
Next time.
Well, screw you, random guy on Twitch chat.
I remember his name. He's always in my channel too.
Oh. You should watch yourself. Those guys get scary. Suddenly they start mailing you bags of feces through the letterbox.
Oh jeez.
28 to 24, 18k gold lead here for Vega Squadron. Aloha Dance, what's he looking for next? So the BKB, 200 gold. He's chilling. He's chilling.
He's got it.
What about for Resolution? That's the guy I'm looking for the big damage output to come from. Yeah, MKB.
He needs to get it, yeah.
He needs it. He needs it big time. I mean, he's more than enough durable with the Lincoln Sphere in the heart. He's already very hard to take down.
And he probably was like, he probably clicks on the Monkey King. He's like, the guy already has MKB. Yeah, there's no point in me really building the Butterfly. Sure, it'd be great versus the AM, but Monkey King is a problem, and he needs to be able to deal with the AM. Like we were saying, you know, PL does not build MKB, but he needs to build it this game for them to deal with that AM. And top Rex, melee Rex is almost fully regen to lift instantly.
He's like, I want that Rex.
He's got BKB. He's committing.
He knows there's no fortification.
The Lich Armor, though.
Oh, he can't do it.
Nope. And his BKB, he's good.
All right. Okay. So, I mean, the regen's going to kick in and such. It's a little YOLO of a play there from Aloha. Slayer.
JRX does have the urn onto him. He gets the... That's a defensive Yules, actually. He's able to get up. But the Blink follow-up, he gets the Yules on him, too. He's got a lift with the Monkey King.
It's a bit of a debate, though. G's there on the high ground with the Wukong's command. JRX gets beat down upon. Sandstorm. Slayer backs away. The Burrow Strike will be fine. So it's just a bit of a trap there for the juicy JRX. Now jump forward from G, looks for No-Tail. No-Tail with the chains, holds him back. Balance Strike still connects. Aloha Dance tries to control No-Tail, but he's got the Lincoln Sphere. Backs away, S4's there with the save. Takes the boys home. It's the end of the night. And S4
scary.
Keep everybody safe and sound. Only JRX down for 40 seconds.
They broke the Lincolns on No-Tail. He was about to get Abyssal Blade, and that could have been a disaster. So very clutch there by S4.
Slayer, level 20 at the moment. There's any sexy talents on the Sand King? I forget what we've got, level 20.
20 is gold per minute.
Get the money?
Yep.
Alright. Righty-tighty.
Monkey King's got level 25, so that 100% boundless.
Yep.
Who else is only 5 actually? I didn't even look.
That's
just them two, okay. Yeah. Everybody else is, there's 3 level 22s, 2 level 20s, and then it goes from there.
About halfway through his Aghanim Zayats, so they can make all the difference when trying for these background sieges. You can get the Ice Blast on them all.
Yeah, that long duration. Oh, 3 tomes still on the side of OG, so 3 of them, and who's going to give them to? He's like, Fly, we need your level 25 for that. Is that what 35? I know, I don't know.
Obviously, take him yourself, JRX. Be a greedy boy.
He's thinking.
Or Fly's saying, give him to me or you'll get kicked.
Yep, he needs level 20. I mean, level 25 is going to be massive. He gets the GPM at 20, and then he's going to be able to get that 35 Frost Armor structure, which is absurd to break through. And this is what we talked about from the moment 1 of the draft, right? This is what it was going to come down to, is that high ground kind of defense coming out from OG. It's a 24,000 gold lead, though, on Vega. Can OG do it?
I mean, that's the thing. Because it's OG, and because they've been in many situations like this before, you absolutely can't write them off. They certainly can still do it.
Yeah, the thing is that No-Tail's just not very farmed. That's the problem. You know, he finally got his Lincolns, but he's got Battlefield Lincolns 42 minutes on his Ember. Like, he's getting super punished. 200 CS.
Look at the gap between sort of No-Tail and then the rest of the cores.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. How do you look at last hits again? Oh yeah, there. Look at the last hits on the Ember, and he's almost tied in last hits with the Underlord. That's a telltale sign right there, where your Rubik has like half your CS. Every other core has like double your CS. It's very tough. I mean, they put a lot of focus on him.
When he does the MKB on Res OG, is he at the point where he needs to go all in, or will he save for buyback?
I think he's going to save for buyback.
I think you've got to be careful, haven't you? You really have one bad fight for OG, and there's a lot of siege potential on this AM and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, the scary thing is, we talked about how many Lincoln's breakers they have. They even can use like the Wrath of Nature, and they can target somebody with it to break that Lincoln's for the Abyssal Blade all the times. But then they have, Cold Feet, Yules, and...
Or Zayats. Oh, be careful.
They might think that there's a lot of heroes there, though. They don't really see a lot on the map from the side of Vega.
The AA's too spoopy for them.
Yeah.
There comes Illusions. Zayats, yeah, very close to that. Thanks. Needs to use his Magus, though, like a good boy. There we go. Okay, just 500 gold. And the Aghanims is going to be there on the AA. Level 18 also.
So Aloha's about to be maxed out on the Anti-Mage. About to be picking up a Moon Shard soon. He's already got the bots. You can get bots too, of course. But yeah, he's hit pretty much critical mass now.
Sure. And then I guess you look at this sort of ridiculous territory where getting the refresher for the double BKB and such would be
nice, but that's refresher, get rid of your Yeah. Like we said, we could have that kind of
game
here.
Yeah,
we were talking about it.
I mean, when a team is holding against a team that has such a large net worth advantage, that's when you absolutely got to sort of say to yourself, this game.
It's on a steady rise, though. Like, look at that. The gold graph is actually like It's got that nice like 45 degree, 90, 90.
That's a 45.
40.
Come on, now, come on.
Dude,
You know.
it's a
You
long.
did
I'm
maths,
getting
didn't you?
tired. Dude, I'm getting tired, man. What am I doing? Wait, I never said that. Oh God, I'll never hear the end of that one.
I mean, how many degrees do you have in America?
Shut up, dude. Anyway,
The circle has 700.
he almost has MKB. Shut up, Owen.
Oh, no, sorry. Right, there we go. The Axe is done there, Freya. Right, what we got? MKB for who? For the
Ember. He's.
Prem.
I mean,
Rezo.
for Rezo, and he's gonna have buyback soon. On top of that,
Oh, sweet.
Afterlife finished up his Hex and BKB too on the Nature's Prophet, so he's a pretty driving force as well on that hero. Here we go. Roche
Easy rush.
and Monkey King AC, so they're getting more auras, more ways to push, knock down buildings.
Where's the rapier on Ember? A long way away. That's what we're waiting for.
No, he got a blink.
Now we'll get the rapier. But actually, there's not really much point really getting the rapier, is there, if you don't have the crit.
Nope. There we go. The courier. It's bringing the demon edge.
Got there safely.
Rezo sent. Did you see the way he sent that courier?
I was
he
just
sent
I just saw it going along the top.
He sent. Yeah, you see
all
that?
The way.
Yeah,
Oh, cheers, Web.
exactly.
Yeah, Web,
Thank
Web's
you.
got the root
Thank
there.
you, Webs.
Web with the intentional T-tools. Thank you very much. G. Satanic next on the item list. Yeah, so we're sort of waiting for this big fight to kick off. And Vega's certainly going to be the happier ones to take it with it. Aegis and Cheese. OG, they are ready to respond.
It's 30k gold lead. It's brutal.
Let's see what they can have here. Smoke up. Vega look to start. I mean, they will manage to clip Jarek's out, but Jarek's one force gets taken back. Telekinesis to hold back a lower dance. Steals the blink, jumps away. He's fine. No tail though. Walking into the midst of this. Yeah. He does jump back. Spirit Lance down to a lower hard dance. That's the illusion. Hold back OG. Mid lane, they've got to watch out as well.
They have to be careful. I mean, No-Tail has to be careful when he does that, though, because they have instant disables now. They have the Hex on the...
Oh, in fact, oh, look, No-Tail. Playing around with Slayer. Does Remnant back again. They have the Yules onto a low hard dance. No real follow-up. At the moment, it's just Resolution sending in the illusions to start to beat down.
Oh, but look at his mana.
It's
automatically drained.
Afterlife, though, is looking for the rat. He's up top. He's starting to beat in. Afterlife gets the Hex onto No-Tail. Shadow plays his way out of there. Back bottom, a low hard dance in again onto the tier 3. They're coming again once more. Get the bash of a low dance falling low. Can they pop him once they can? That's the Aegis gone. Wukon's command lane down by G. Pots the BKB, looks towards S4. Can't get himself out. Stun from Slayer. Catches him. S4 immediately buying back. Can they hold this rack?
Nice Chain Frost. It's actually going on G pretty hard right now.
Resolution starting to close the gap here. They put the fortification. They managed to take down the Monkey King. Slayer comes in though with the epicenter melting S4. The mana void to finish him off. That's going to be S4 down off the back of a dieback. Resolution trying to man up against them all. Looks towards Slayer. Zayats is in. Zayats says, I'm going to hit the racks, boys. I'm going to take the racks. The AA takes down the melee racks. OG do get the kill though. Can they get anything more? Jarek's backing away.
2 melee racks.
Does have the lift. Trying to set up here, buy time for his team to come through. Jump forward again. Looking for that sneaky Sand King. Rezo's there as well. Slayer, can he play his way out of this one? It doesn't look like he can. They've got the catch. They've got the lockdown and damage. They'll take him out. Top lane as well.
No-Tail actually gets picked off from the Orchid Hex, and actually didn't have to use the Abyssal, but Orchid Hex combo. And now the level 25 comes out from Nature's Prophet. It's 2 melee racks claimed from the side of Vega.
And it is continuing to look rougher and rougher for OG. Sure, they get some kills off the back of it, but slowly but surely, Vega Squadron getting those objectives and not paying too terribly for them at all. Mid lane, our dance. No reason to really be too scared of these two. He can be joined by Afterlife.
I think Jarek's wanted to get the... I mean, I think he misclicked the lift on the creep there, because he could have lifted and then followed up with a burrow, and they could have gotten a lot of damage on him with Rezo. But I don't know if they kill him there anyway. Very unlikely.
Afterlife's actually going to be able to pick up a gem down here.
Let's see if they're able to do it.
He's low on the mana. What's the BKB? Now turns towards Jarek's. The Hex is out. Actually doesn't stick around for the kill. Jarek's will be able to walk off. Afterlife comes through. BKBs goes for the TP out. He will make it. No catch. No surprise that Jarek survived that. Very close to
the AA blast though.
Oh no!
Bang. Money.
Oh, poor Jarek's. He's
nice
down.
shot.
Very nice shot indeed. Does have buyback. He's out for 70. On the plus for OG, of course, because they did get those kills. No-Tail, he hasn't had to expend his buyback. He'll be back in time. 5 seconds and he's back up. Oh, he's got it queued up. He has got that rapier queued in.
They're feeling like they need it to at least deal with, like, if they do get mega creeped, which is looking like it might happen at this point, since there are already 2 racks down versus a Nature's Prophet anti-mage, the game is extremely difficult to play.
Oh boy. Can they really hold on to this? It's such a deficit. 33,000 net worth lead.
If they do come back, it's one of the biggest ones, right? That's usually what they say.
Anything over 30k is like definitely less than 10% chance of winning.
So G in that last engagement also, I was trying to remember what I forgot to say, is that he actually had the cheese in his backpack, so he swapped it in and he didn't get to, the cooldown wasn't up in time for him to use it, and now they're engaging now, going for this last Rax.
They are, they're popping down the Wukongs. Buyback's going to be there for Jarek, so you need the full lineup. Notel jumping onto the backlines, looking for Zayas, but he gets hexed up, and now the Ice Blast straight back on onto Notel. Notel gets jumped in by Slayer. The Epicenter finishing off now, buyback from Ember. They've got to hold somehow. Resolution turns towards G on the Monkey King. He's managed to take down one. Can OG catch any further members? The Yule Scepter onto Slayer. The Illusion's beating down on him. He has the standstill. They don't have the vision. He's out. Remnant thrown forward. It's going to be a pause, unfortunately, as Afterlife has DC'd. And again, looks like Vega are having some internet issues here. But that is G down for 90. No buyback on the Monkey King.
Yeah. Zayas is doing the trick. He
the Z-Freak cheat.
He disassembled his Glimmer Cape and he's shadow emulating. Was it Z-Freak? I thought it was Seneko too, right?
Oh, I saw the Z-Freak.
Oh, I guess I've seen both.
Z-Freak did it recently.
So we look at the fight again. Notel tries to jump into the back line while the Chain Frost is bouncing, but the Orchid to break the hacks afterwards. Ice Blast on top, easily brought down with that Ice Vortex damage. But G gets isolated and brought down. Even, I actually don't think that he had the cheese now at that point. He actually passed the cheese off to Aloha before that fight started. So didn't have it there for that. Gets brought down. And they at least defend their racks, but the tower is dead.
Can Zayas survive? Do they have the vision?
They have a sentry on Lich if he wants to place it, but is he gonna?
That scan though.
The scan is right next to him.
Oh, that scan nearly got him.
Patience from Zayas.
Don't move, Zayas. He'll be fine. We're back in the base.
He's reassembled the Glimmer Cape.
Oh, actually, hang on. So we've got the Skadi on the anti-mage.
So he got rid of the
was he gonna get
of the MKB, so he doesn't want to use the butterfly for now.
Oh, okay.
And yep, Zayas lives. He walks it off. Well played, sir.
Now they have got more lockdown. OG, Abyssal Blade on Resolution. They need all the catch they can get. But again, he's gonna sort of have to juggle around his items in the thick of the fights. I guess what with the passive and such, yeah, he can afford to not really need the treads. He can close gaps without that movement speed for the boots.
I mean,
for Fly, ready for the team.
Super tanky. Look, this 4,400 health Phantom Lancer. Pretty hard to bring down. Just the rest of his teammates all died, everything.
I mean, we saw as well, you know, of course, a lower dance with the Battle Fury and such, he can sort of fight against the PL army, but as a Monkey King, it's very hard. You know, you just get overrun by the illusions.
Yeah, you don't have like a Battle Fury or anything this time around. And his BKB, it was down to 5 a bit ago, so once the BKBs are down to 5, it's where it's really hard because PL just surrounds you and you get mana burned pretty much to death. And it's now 6-second BKB on the anti-mage as well, so. But they've got two Raxes claimed, the middle is exposed with no tower. And there is a glyph in about 5 seconds for OG though.
Right, Notel.
Notel wants to try something down here.
He's managed to force out the BKB from Afterlife, so that certainly is a little bit of a victory. And Steady Remnants away, there's no intention of him to stick around, was just trying to poke and prod.
I just realized
the job done.
Jarek stole Wukong command. I mean, that's not really going to do too much, but he did steal it.
That's a double damage anti-mage.
Oh god.
You've got to be careful of how close you come to this magic man.
You get the lift right away.
But G jumps in. Looking Slayer actually doesn't get the first strike. Indeed, G had to put the BKB straight away. They'll jump forward, lower dance as well. Looking for Fly. Mana Void finishes him off. Turns towards S4. That's the second one down. G falling low to the army of Resolution. Resolution doppelgangers. Can he actually fight around this? They'll take down G. Notel still zip-zapping around here with the remnants. Resolution trying to crawl himself back to safety. Afterlife picks off Jarek on the side. OG, they've lost 3. Resolution coming back forward. A lower dance though, he's back up to full health. Stun connects in onto Rezo. He's falling down low. He's going to get bashed up. He's out and down. He can buy back. Notel so low again with the sleight of fist trying to dodge the right clicks. He is he's still alive. Surely he finally goes down. He gets shielded up. In comes Rezo. Can Rezo do anything to rectify this game for OG? I think it's unlikely. Notel finally falls. They've lost the Brax in the middle lane. Resolution trying to chase them out, but the mass buybacks coming in from Vega Squadron. They're
going Rezo now too. Rezo getting stunned up.
They can finally finish this game off, and indeed, Rezo's gone. Vega Squadron, they take the win. GG is called by OG. They gave it up, but look at that net worth. Just that straight line, X equals Y, all the way up to 45,000 net worth at the very end. And whoa, Vega Squadron, they did it. They took down OG here in game 1. They are going to be feeling a little drained, of course, after that sort of a game, but that's going to be a great morale boost. Taking down OG in that sort of fashion. I mean, Blitz called it. You said yourself you felt it was going to be a nice AM game. They played it perfectly in the lane and straight to the end. You know, that was solid stuff. And Slayer, great sanking.
They won 2 out of 3 lanes. Yeah, I still have to give Slayer that MVP. That early game, he hit every single lane multiple times. And just, yeah, overall, like even that Roche fight, his committals, no hesitation coming out from the guy.
Oh, wow. Look at some of these stats there. At low odds, 11, 1, and 12, 878 GPM on the anti-mage. That is...
The damage numbers are way lower than I would have thought, right?
They are, to be fair. A lot of creeps being hit. 788 CS from that anti-mage in that match, so beating by quite a far the whole impressive 10 CS.
The big one that I look at is, you know, you look at the CS on the 3 cores of like G, Aloha, and Afterlife, and then you look at Notel. He really suffered. You know, they 4-man ganked him multiple times, and he had Battle Fury Lincoln.
He had that point of the game where he did start to pick it off. You know, where I guess Ember Spirit's strong because he can still do so much with his innate skills. But yes, off the back of that, just couldn't keep back up with the pace of Aloha and Answer G. And yeah, game 1 going to Vega Squadron. We've got one more game around the corner here, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere. OG versus Vega Squadron game 2 coming up, and we'll see what happens in that one. We'll see you very shortly.